No perspective is true. One impediment to dissolving myths or any other invented reality is the fact that all humans view the world a certain way. Each of us has a perspective on what life is and how it all goes down. We view life based on self concerns and self interests formulated around the belief systems we have adopted. No matter what you think is going on in the world and in your life, it will be based on your perspective, how you view it, and why you view it that way. It will be formed around a framework built from your beliefs, assumptions, values, culture, past, and so on. Most people have a hard time clearly discerning their own perspective because to them it seems they are just observing the world. But this is far from true. Looking more carefully, you should see that you have a particular viewpoint and a specific perspective of the way it all is. The thing is, no perspective, no view is true. I know this is likely not going to be a popular assertion, yet it's not possible for any view to be true. This might be difficult to get because we only grasp stuff through the filter of our perspectives. But we can see that any perspective is based on the conceptual stuff mentioned above and more. And that stuff is all invented and adopted by humanity, our culture, our family, and ourselves. This limits the view to made up stuff, not to what's inherently true. I'll bet you can get this more easily by looking at others and how they get it wrong, or at least seeing their views and as unnecessary. But consider it must be true for you as well. And all perspectives are conceptual in nature. It is knowledge formed in the mind and interpreted by an already biased individual. In this way, no perspective can actually be true. But it goes much further than that. It is existentially not possible for any perspective or worldview to be true. Of course, we could be more or less devoted to pursuing what's true. We might work hard to be honest and to perceive what's true as best we can. And this will be a much more powerful and different experience than any other. But even then, our view can never match the existential nature of reality, if for no other reason than a view is always one-sided. For example, we view an object from only one perspective, one side, and can only see what's visible to us from that perspective, that physical point of view. We don't see the other side of it or under it, and so on. If we could view the object from every angle and every side infinitely, we would have more information and a much different perspective about it. But even then, we still don't see it from the inside, nor do we see its real nature, or see it for itself. It is the same for all of our perspectives on reality. Intellectually, we can understand this limitation, even though we can't seem to transcend it. Yet our challenge is even trickier than that. Our subjective perceptions might be up for grabs as to their ultimate validity, but we have to admit that the objective world must be without alteration, and so what's true, don't we? Well, maybe not. Certainly, there is a seemingly solid foundation offered by the physical world, and we respect its nature as not subject to the whims of mind and perspective. Yet we see that we add a great deal to what we perceive no matter how much or how little information or data we have about it. Just as our inability to see objective reality from every point of view, inside and out, we have to admit that an ant or a bird or any other creature will not perceive the same object as we. This tells us our perceived reality is always self-created and not simply a reflection of what is, but a function of the viewer. Beyond these limitations, it's not possible for anything formed and limited to represent the real nature of existence. No perspective can occur without being formed and so limited. For you to personally experience this may seem out of reach, or perhaps it just seems irrelevant. I appreciate that sentiment. Yet you still may be able to recognize that whatever perspective you have, it is not absolute or completely free from bias. You can also grasp that your particular perspective could change and probably has changed from time to time, and so can't be inherently or existentially true. Yet, if you miss why your changing views demonstrate that they can't be existentially true, you may not grasp this point. For reality to be inherently or existentially true, it can never change or be subject to various views, because it is what is. That means it is not created temporarily or to serve some end. Therefore, it is not an activity that comes and goes. The truth of existence must be absolutely what is beyond any changes. You get it? Although some perspectives are more empowering or effective in real life, none of them are themselves true. Once we know this, if we are stuck in some emotion or mood or outlook that causes distress, and we don't seem to be able to get our feet under us to manage this experience well, it is useful to know that even our strongest and most demanding view is not in itself true or ultimately true. In this way, we are better equipped to drop it, regardless of any overwhelming pressure to stay with it. Beyond any practical applications of this assertion, the upcoming mass of material needs you to challenge your perspectives as you proceed. Remember, hard as it may be to confront, no view, no perspective can be true, not even yours. Hold it as only an attempt to grasp some matter. See it as a temporary placeholder while partnering with the possibility of grasping whatever is true directly.